Hi, I'm Pete with F Body Warehouse, and today what we're doing is we're going to be just cleaning up and adding some new bulbs, new hoses, and new retainer clips to this tail light harness in a 1979 Trans Am. You may say, well, why would you want to go through all that hassle? You don't see it. Well, a portion of it you do see that when it's sitting on the car. What you'll notice is on this taillight harness, you have overspray, and then you also have a mashed area in the plastic shield. And when you're doing a higher end restoration, why not take the 10 extra minutes, put new hose wrap on it, new retainer clips, and then you can address any issues you may have with bulbs. Now, to redo this wiring harness, what we're going to have, we're going to put new sleeve on it. These are the retainer clips that hold it onto the car. And then these are all of the replacement light bulbs. So getting started, what you're going to want to do is you're going to be replacing the sleeves. And what I suggest is don't go and strip the whole unit down, but instead work from one end to the other. So on this first sleeve here, just pull it off, and that'll provide you the proper length to replace it. What you can do is you can take a cleaning rag with some solvent and you can wash all these wires down. And an example on this car, it was set up for a trailer hitch. Everything did work on this harness, so we're going to leave well enough alone, and we're just going to put a new sleeve on it. The sleeves attach onto the body, the sleeves attach onto the wiring harness. And at the ends, what GM used was just a touch of electrical tape, which you can do also, and we'll be doing that in just a moment. Once you've cut your new sleeve to length, you're going to go ahead and install it. Spread it with your finger. You'll start right up at the plug. This is where it actually plugs into the harness. And there are some tools that will lay it into place for you, but you can do it by hand. It's not too hard. Just like so. Now one thing is you come along, what you'll find are you'll have all your factory plugins, and these will tend to get real dirty over the years. One thing you can do is go ahead and wipe them down with a little enamel reducer on a rag. And then also you can wipe the actual wires down one by one as you go, and it'll break away any real heavy dirt and debris. And all the wires are color coded, so I mean it helps to accentuate it some. And then as we're moving along here, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and start putting in replacement lighting. And if we work as we go, just makes it easier. These just pop out, and your replacements will pop right up and in. And you do it as you go, and then when you reach the other side, you're all done. We did take, once again, some enamel reducer, and we wiped down our rubber grommet, and now we're about to hit this primary section. Now it's taken about 15 or 20 minutes to go all through this, but we've gone through, cleaned everything up pretty good, cleaned our contacts up. We've got new bulbs all the way through the entire harness, and we've got also new wrap on it. And cleaned up our line to like our fuel sending unit and our rear license plate light, etc., etc. What it is, you end up with, it's not oversprayed, there's no overspray on the wiring loom. You've got all new bulbs in it, and when you put it back on a freshly painted car, it's just going to look a little better once it's installed. So we'll go ahead and install it now onto the car. So this is what we're installing that taillight harness on. This is a 1979 Trans Am, and it's just come back from paint. And what we've done here is we've gotten the rear valence panel painted top to bottom, and one of the reasons we don't want to put a scabby looking taillight harnesses intact is while you won't see it too much because the taillights will hide it, when you look from the underside or anything like that, you will see the harness, and it's just nice to do it once, do it right, and make it as good looking as the paint on this car. Now what we've done is we fed it back through the hole, as you can see, and we plugged into our rear marker light. And what you do is you feed the wiring harness through all the way up and through right there through the access panel on the tail panel. And then you're going to keep all of your exterior plugs towards the outside. And then as it comes to here, you've got to tuck under the impact bar here where my hand is. And then you're going to loop back up and around. And then you're going to feed into that hole, which will bring you over to that marker light. So we're going to go ahead and get this fed down properly around the gas tank and hook up our fuel sending unit, or for the fuel gauge, and we'll be back in. Oh my, it's like Christmas time. Good idea is to always do a test light, which Heather was kind enough to remind me prior to doing your final hard installation. We've tested everything, and the one thing to note also is your reverse lights. Have someone put the car in reverse to ensure that the reverse lights do work. On this we did do a candle bulb upgrade, so we do have some brighter tail light bulbs in this car now, and we're going to go ahead and do our final retainer button down.